What is going on, guys? There is so much information to go over that I barely even know where to start. There's been tons of information this past few days, field upgrades, the blog has been kept pretty up to date, we've had tons of new information on the suppression mechanic and things like that. But for those of you who don't know, Gamescom is going on this week, and EA had a press conference today, just a couple of hours ago. They showed off all their new games, and Battlefield was amongst them. Now, after the Siege of Shanghai demo, I genuinely didn't think I could be as blown away as I was by that. But they upped the ante. They upped the ante big time. I'm going to blast through some information because there's so much stuff to cover. First off, brand new map being shown, Paracel Storm. It shows a island type setting, and it's being played on the new game mode called Obliteration, which I'll get into in a second. This Paracel Storm has dynamic weather by the looks of it, which looks phenomenal. And in keeping with their new Levolution theme, this has quite a big Levolution event. There is a ship offshore, and this isn't a scripted event from what I can see. The player can choose whether to affect this ship in a way that will send the ship towards the dock. And it looks incredible. Not only that, when the ship has hit the land, you can use the guns on the ship to then take out enemies, which is absolutely phenomenal. The game mode they were showing, as I said, is called Obliteration. Essentially, each team has a certain amount of targets that the enemy must destroy. To destroy these, though, they need a bomb, and there is only ever one bomb on the map. This is randomly generated, so it is dropped in a random spawn point, and you then have to pick this up as your team, take it to the detonation point, and take out the team's objective. When you have taken out the amount of objectives, I think it was 3, your team wins that round. They did say, though, that the objectives seem to be dynamic, so even maybe the MCOMs might even change their position. Who knows? The map itself looked incredible. The dynamic weather, the dynamic waves really did change the dynamic of the map. And going from Siege of Shanghai to this, they are really up in the ante big time. So I'm really looking forward to that. They have also confirmed that the Battlefield 4 beta will be in October. There was some rumours earlier today, in fact, that the date was leaked as October the 4th, which actually kind of holds some ground now, considering they have stated it is going to be in early October. But as with DICE, that is probably subject to change. So early October is when we're going to be getting the beta, sometime around that time. The way it seems though it's going to work is the first 3 days of the beta are going to be for Battlefield 3 premium holders and people who pre-ordered Medal of Honor or who own Medal of Honor, etc. And then it would seem it's going to open up to a fully open beta, but we'll see how that pans out. Okay, so we also now know the name of all 5 DLCs that's going to be available for Battlefield 4. The first of which, of course, is China Rising, which is a pre-order bonus when you pre-order the game. Then we have Second Assault, which we already know about also. That is 4 reimagined maps from Battlefield 3 within the new Frostbite engine. Now, I can't confirm this, but I had a look through the trailer repeatedly, and I could have got it wrong, but the maps I seemed to see was Operation Firestorm, Gulf of Oman, Metro, and Caspian. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I could be. Those are the 4 that I thought I saw in the trailer. And I'm gonna say it now, it looks as though the Metro roof collapses. I did ask for it in a video quite some time ago, I said it would be cool. It looks as though that actually happens, so phenomenal, can't wait to see that. The next DLC is called Naval Warfare, where we are told we will experience dynamic naval combat in the 3rd DLC, called Naval Strike, as the Chinese Armada takes the fight to the sea. Now, naval warfare has been something people have wanted for such a long time, and in the press conference they showed or talked about a map in Battlefield. I don't know whether this will be in Naval Strike or in the vanilla game, where you could flood the streets, and then on the streets, obviously instead of running or driving down the street, you would then be on a boat. And this sounds incredible. I mean, this goes back to an idea that somebody had quite some time ago. I believe it was Luton, had an idea of like a dam that would explode and obviously flood the entire level. And it looks like, at least to a certain extent, that is something they're going to be doing, which sounds phenomenal. It also then says that the US will strike back with an all-out urban warfare in a DLC called Dragon's Teeth. So that's going to be, as the name would suggest, far more urban, probably a la sort of Strike at Karkand, those sorts of maps, but no information was really given on that. And the last DLC is going to be called Final Stand, but again, no information was given on that just yet. Now that's all I've got so far, but there is just so much information flooding in right now that I will try and keep on top of it. Literally, as I've been doing this video, my Twitter feed's been going mental, so there's bound to be things that I haven't picked up on in this, but I'll try to do that over the next couple of days. As of tomorrow, I'm packing. I'm off to Telford, the LAN tournament that I'm heading to, so videos, unfortunately, aren't really going to come out over the next sort of, few days. So from tomorrow onwards till sort of Tuesday next week, I'm going to be away. Hopefully, I am hoping that I will have my Battlefield documentary number 2 available and done for Friday. That's my goal. I want to try and get it done before I go. But in terms of news and things like that, my Twitter feed, I'll be active on Twitter, but videos I'll have to wait until I get home. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope it was informative. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one.